Okay.
Welcome. Welcome back, or welcome to the first episode.
Welcome to the pod. This is the Call Me When You Get This podcast.
Call me when you get this.
Do you want to introduce yourself first?
Yeah, my name is Marvin. I'm 26 years old. Just turned 26, which is my birthday. So, happy belated to me. I don't know, what else should I say? I'm a Scorpio, obviously. November, best sign.
Hot take.
I don't know about that. Probably. What else? I'm originally, we're Canadian. I think that's important to mention. So y'all Americans don't get it confused. Well, actually, you're an American, actually. So
Yes.
yeah. She's
I'm Aisha. I am 25. Still the youth.
born how?
I am a Capricorn, December Capricorn. And yeah, I'm Black and Filipino, and I was born in the States in Texas, but then moved up here. Didn't you move from somewhere?
Yeah, I'm from Ontario, Toronto, pretty much. Moved here like 10 years ago to Alberta. And yeah,
Gag.
now we're here.
Yeah, now we're here.
Yeah.
This is our first Epiana. Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, we thought we would just kind of introduce ourselves, kind of talk about what the pod is about, why this pod became, and talk about why we're doing it together, who we are to each other, and all that stuff. So this podcast was kind of like, we've like always, I was thinking about it and I was like, we've always wanted to do a podcast. We did like
Even
one
before like it was like popping, like
yeah
since time.
Yeah, like we were like just out of high school, like let's run a podcast with our whole group of like 10 friends. How the fuck was that gonna work? It wasn't. And I was like thinking about it and I was just like, no, we had no business like having a podcast at like 18 because like
what the fuck were we gonna talk about?
No, bro, like you don't tell me what to do. I'd be like, don't fucking tell me what to do. Like, so now we're we're a little bit grown-up, and yeah, like what do you think about creating the podcast? Like, what were your thoughts?
About creating the podcast? I mean, I think it's cool. Like, I love just having like a space, you know, for our friendship, and just to like talk about shit and like just kiki. Like, I just think like it'll be so fun. You know, I don't know, but I'm just excited that we're doing it.
Yeah. I think it's fun. I don't know. This like literally a lifestyle podcast. Like being in our 20s.
Yeah. So it's about being in our 20s, and like our experiences in our 20s, and like we want to share that with you guys, and yeah, just like, you know, open dialogue, like just share our experiences. Yeah,
whoever's listening. I like in the back of my mind, I'm always just like thinking about all those people like, you should not be having a podcast. Like everybody doesn't need a podcast. And I'm like, well, yes, we need one. Yeah. And the podcast is called the Call Me When You Get This podcast. If you like, you don't know the reference, it's reference to Tyler. But yeah,
one of our favorite artists.
Yes. We'll talk on that a little more. But I think we should like talk about like our friendship, kind of how we met and all that stuff. Oh, I did want to look up about the star signs.
Oh,
yeah. On the fly. Well, at least for today, it says that you and Marvin are both can get preachy when you're excited about an idea.
Oh, okay.
They're masking their insecurities by exaggerating their accomplishments right now. Direct challenges to what you think are not necessarily aggressive. Crazy. So they're preachy. We're preaching right now.
Okay.
They really ate us up.
Right. So that means sit down and listen. Just kidding.
It says don't do this podcast. I'm like, oh, okay. Like burr. I'm pretty sure that. Oh yeah, like it's pretty on the high. Like, for Scorpios and Cancer, or Scorpios and Capricorns are pretty compatible. We also have another friend that's a Scorpio, very close to her as well. So that checks out for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Do you want to talk about like how we met?
How we met?
The lore behind this friendship.
The lore, yeah. We met in high school.
We did meet in high school through mutuals.
Yeah, we like adopted you.
Yeah, so funny, guys, because like me as a person, I'm just like not that type of person that's like, oh my god, guys, like blah blah blah, and like just asserting myself into things,
right?
As you would say.
Yeah,
I'm more just like, okay, like I vibe, but like I know like y'all's vibe is like higher than what we got going on, so I'm not gonna get offended by the inside jokes because I'm not gonna like be like, oh my god, guys.
Just to give some background on that, like so I had a friend group like from middle school, and so we all had went to the same high school, and I don't know how we started hanging around you. I think you were friends with one of the friends in that group. Yeah. So you hung around us like during like lunch and shit. And yeah, like we had like our own like inside jokes and shit, and like we'd always be kikiing. But what I liked about you back then is that like you were saying, like you weren't fazed by it. Like you were just like you understood. Right? And I was like, wow, she's chill as fuck.
No, literally, guys. And then like, so I'm just like, whatever. Well, because the thing is, like, I had a bunch of classes like separately with like a majority of the people in the group. So like I had like history with one person, and I did cosmetology with another person, and that's the person that I kind of like got into the group with that we're no longer friends with. But tea on that at 11.
More on that later.
Or
Stay
not.
tuned.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, we don't want to be doxing here.
They deserve the tea.
It's on the Patreon.
It's kind of a juicy story still.
It is everything about is just all kind of juice. Yeah, like it's tea. Yeah. But yeah, so I just had all these things with me and Marvin. Like, so that friend that I had a class with, we also had a spare together, and then had a spare. Marvin also had the spare, which is funny. I had so many classes with her. Like, I've had like 3 or 4 classes with her. Just funny gag. But yeah, so we had the spare, and we would always go to the library and just key. And like, I feel like our starting point of like the friendship. You remember when the acquaintances? Bro, I fucking called Marvin an acquaintance because it was.
Yeah.
And he got mad. You got offended.
Well, yeah. Because we were like good friends at that point.
No, we were
me
not.
An acquaintance. Like, what are you talking about?
We were not.
We were chilling. Like, you had chilled with us for like a bit. Like, it's been like a few months at that point. And she was calling me an acquaintance. Like, we were fucking kikiing together at lunchtime, bitch. What are you talking about?
Well, anyway, so then we got on the topic of soulmates for some reason, and then that was like, I feel like that's like the core memory like of the starting of like our friendship and like hanging out and stuff. So what do you think about soulmates?
Which is funny, you don't get the bit, but like that was like a huge thing on our like
huge.
When we started to do our first podcast. With the whole friend group, like that was like a huge topic. It was so funny. Yeah.
And then what else about our friendship? Yeah, so like we've known each other since high school, so like 2016, and now we're here, literally about to be 10 years.
It's too fucking long.
I'm gagged. I'm scared. What the fuck? Like I literally still feel like I'm 22 running it.
I was just talking to my friend about this. Like, yeah, like I still feel like 23.
Because I also feel like it's because of like COVID too.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, yeah.
I was just thinking about this last night. Like 26, bro. Like that's actually like a serious age. Like
it's like what?
Why am I so old?
You know the thing where it's like, okay, I'm 23. It's getting serious. 24, I'm young again.
Yeah.
Like I feel like 26 is like 25 is like holy shit. Like we're old. 26, we're back. We're young.
Yeah.
27, woof. Now we're grown. You know, that's kind of the vibe I'm feeling with 26.
Yeah.
Because 25, I was like, when 25 hit, I was like, goddamn, 5 years away from 30.
5 years away from 30. If you live to 100, you're a quarter way into your life. Like,
it's crazy.
Quarter way into You said, what do you do?
No, I'm like a quarter way into your life.
Quarter way into your life, bro. You lived like a quarter of your life.
But
probably
at the
more
same
if you don't live
time,
to 100.
to live to 100, like, I don't know if I would want to live to 100 for real. What? It depends. Like, I always, like, joke with my grandma. I'm like, my grandma just turned 70. Damn. I know, like, crazy. And I was like, Grandma, like, you know, you got, like, 50 more years, right? Like, I always joke with her about that, but she's like, no, why would you? She's like, what did I do with you? She's like, yeah, she's like, what did I do to you to deserve that? And I'm just like, yo, but, like, if I was, like, in good health, my mind was right, I could, like, still take care of myself, like, to the best of my ability, like, you know? Mm-hmm. I would live for a long time.
Listen, I'm trying to hit 100 because then I would live in three centuries.
That's crazy.
Right?
But also at the same time, I'm just like, do I want to live? Like, because what is the world going to be like?
What is the world going to be like? That's low-key. I also want to find out. Like, all this AI shit. Yeah. Like, I'm like, where the fuck are we going, bro? And the fucking, like, aliens and shit, bro.
What aliens?
You didn't hear about that?
No.
On TikTok and shit? Well, like, a while back, like a week ago, they were talking about, like, how the U.S. government confirmed that there were aliens in the ocean. And, like, nobody gave a fuck.
Oh, yeah. Or, like, that there's, like, you could... It was something like you could live in the inside of the earth or something like that. Fuck, I don't know. We need to fact check for real because I'm like telling lies. But yeah, I heard something about that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just feel like all this shit is coming to a head, bro. Like aliens are coming in the next 10 years. Like that's just happening. 10 years, bro.
35, like 36. Jesus, no.
I'm telling you, bro.
No.
They're gonna release aliens. They're gonna drop them.
And honestly, like I'm fine with that. Like, am I fine with that? I don't know.
Fine with that.
But I'm like, as long as like, you know, no crazy extreme stuff happens.
Yeah.
But like,
you know why I also think I'm gonna live to 100?
Why?
I just feel like the way technology is advancing, like at some point
you're gonna pay for something.
Huh?
You'd pay for something?
No, they're just gonna figure some shit out where it's like you can
incubate you?
Not incubate, but like you're gonna like slow the process of aging and shit. Like
take this pill and you will.
You're gonna be like 100, but like have the body of like a 60-year-old type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
I need that. Have you seen this guy, like this white guy? He like does like
which one?
He like does like all this shit to like reverse his age. So like he's like a millionaire. I don't know how he made his money, but like he like did a a blood transfusion from his son.
Huh?
Yeah, like his son is like way younger than him, so like he like swapped blood with his son or whatever. And then he has like a very strict like regimen, like all his macronutrients are like calculated precisely, blah blah blah. He takes all these pills daily. He has all this shit to like whatever, like keep his age young. And then I think I saw something recently where it was like he got tested and he got like 5 years younger, like biologically, like his body was like 5 years younger than he was actually supposed to be.
That's like gaggy, but like at the same time that is so drastic.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like it's just such a not a waste of time, but it's like, oh my god, like bro, you gotta take all these pills, you gotta do blood transfusions, which is kind of gaggy. Like,
no, it's wild. It's wild. But I'm like, hey, no, you fucking, we need somebody to do that shit.
And how old is he?
He's like almost 50, I think.
Dude, that is still too young to be doing that. Well, I mean, I guess not. I guess. Like, because so if he's 50, now he's 45.
Yeah.
If he keeps that up, like, he's just gonna, like, he's gonna be 60, he's gonna be 55, he's gonna be 70, 65.
You know, he's gonna stay, like, young and, like, more healthy. So, and I just like it for like the research aspect because we can learn a lot from like what he's doing. So if he wants to take that bullet and take the chances and go right ahead.
In 5 years, that's why they knock down 5 years, because when you get to 5 years of doing that, you're fucked. They said now you're up 10. No, but that's kind of scary too, and like it's like the same thing with like people getting like not BBLs, but also that, but like getting like Botox and like getting all of this shit to like look younger.
I never understood fucking Botox. Like you understand, like it makes you look like that, right? Like
what?
you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking
Gorge?
about.
Filler? Those lip fillers, y'all. I'm so happy to be black.
Right.
Because the way
can't be what God gave you.
If I had no lips.
Listen, if you're gonna get filler, just make sure it looks like natural, like it looks good.
Yes.
Like I don't know why you look like a fucking blow up inflatable doll, like sex doll, like just like it's not giving.
No, you know? It's looking like it hurts. Like it's about to bust. Yeah, literally about to bust at any second, and like that does not. Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Not a fan. Not a fan of Botox.
But anyways, like fucking on the topic, we go from this to fillers. Like so funny.
What were we talking about?
Our friendship.
Oh yeah.
I mean, is there anything really else to it? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. The fuck. Oh, I feel like we just kind of. I was saying that before that like we just kind of like vibed on like we have like the same similar like music interests, like similar interest in like fashion and then like just like I don't know.
I feel like like a lot of our friend group is like the humor. Like y'all make me laugh for real. That too. We have the same type of humor. Yeah. Okay. Don't get too. Just be humble. What Kendrick say?
They're not like us. They're not like us. Yeah, we just wanted to talk about like being in our 20s, kind of how that's going. Because I know a lot of people are like, I don't know. I feel like this age is kind of the age, like you know when like it's just always the age of like. Within social media and like within the news and stuff, like being in this age of like
break that down,
like being mid-20s to like early 30s is kind of the age where people are interested in what you have to say. You're gonna be in social media, you're gonna be in like celebrities are around these ages that are there like they have all that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
like that's like the age, like the media kind of like
where everyone's like, okay, like everyone's trying to like group together and find themselves
for sure
and like figure out what's going on, and then they're like looking to other people, whatever. So I mean, I don't know how much you can really get from us, but we're trying it out, you know, like whoever relates. I feel like I saw this thing about like with the whole podcast thing on how they're like, yo, like more liberal white men, people with like these types of voices should rise up and get podcasts so that you can influence more people.
Oh yeah,
like and get more people rather than these Republican like sexist like just not even just that, like just horrible people with horrible takes and horrible opinions.
Yeah, like the whole red pill community.
Yeah.
You know Sneeko?
No.
He's like one of these like red pill guys.
What is red pill?
Red pill is like
blue pill, red pill type thing?
No. Maybe I don't know. I think it's like that's what it's based off of. Like blue pill is like you can be like a good person. Not a good person. No, like red pill is like for like guys, right? Like you know the manosphere. So the manosphere is like the manosphere and red pill are kind of synonymous. So the manosphere is like all these like this genre of podcasts and internet influencers that like cater to like young boys or like young men and like kind of have that toxic
like Andrew Tate and like Joe Rogan type.
Joe Rogan is part of that, but
he's like on a higher.
I feel like Joe Rogan is. We can get into it later, but like Joe Rogan is like, because listen, I listen to Joe Rogan. He
guys, don't do it. Wait. I'm not so cut the cameras.
Let me tell you something. No. Joe Rogan, he has the biggest podcast in the world for a reason. Like he makes great content, but admittedly, some of the shit he be saying, like he's on that like red pill manosphere, whatever.
Well, so it's catered to, you know.
I don't think it's catered to. I just think that's like part of it. Because he like does MMA or whatever, MMA announcing. And, he does a fighter, so he's like part of that world. But what was I talking about? No, but his podcast is good. I really followed him for like his like psychedelic stories and shit, of like him taking psychedelics and shit. Those are my favorite episodes of his. But yeah, we gotta talk
watching you. Huh? I'm like watching you. Those are your favorite. That's why you watch. Okay.
Yeah, those are my favorite. But Sneeko is part of like the whole manosphere thing, and I followed him before he was like part of it, and like he used to be like an artsy like YouTuber, like you know making like very thought-provoking content, and then all of a sudden he like turned into like some manosphere like fucking it's so disappointing to see, man. Like it's just like,
is he white?
No, he's like half Dominican, half like Filipino. Whoosh. Sexy as fuck. He's hot as fuck. I'll give him that. But yeah, he like turned into like some manosphere like cuck like. Sorry. Well, that's another thing because he had he like went to a sex party one time, and he had his girl with him. So
is he our age?
He's our age. Yeah, he's like 1 year. He's 25. And so he brought his girl with him to like go to like a sex party, and pretty much he was talking about his experience like watching his girl get fucked by somebody else in front of him. Yeah.
And he liked it or not?
No, he didn't like it. He like was very insecure about it. And that's the type of content that, because he was like very open and honest about like his feelings or whatever. Yeah. But then his content just turned like weird. Yeah, into like just like very insecure, very like projecting, like I don't know how to describe it, like just like, you know, just that like, whole manosphere vibe. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck, bro, like you have so much potential, and like I don't know why. You know what it is? Because I think it made him money. Like, he saw, like, he blew up at the same time, like, Andrew Tate was big. So, like, he saw the potential, like, in that. And then he just kind of, you know, dove into that kind of lane. And I was like, you kind of copped out, bro. You kind of fucking sold out for what?
You know what, too?
You could have been so respected. And, like, I feel like he just tanked his fucking, you know, credibility in the whole YouTube sphere. But anyways.
Well, the money is not, but that's a problem.
But it's like, But it's like you would have got the money regardless. Like you have that talent, and it's like, would you rather have the money or would you rather have the respect of the community?
You know the answer.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, it is.
I expected more from him, to be honest.
And you know what too? Like some people like don't even like deadass feel that way, but they know it gets them views, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna run this.
That's crazy.
Because you're idiots.
But like that's you though. Like you know you're like that's you. Like those opinions are gonna be brought back to you. People are gonna assume that's you.
So all in all, men are a little crazy. We do need more men that support all of these things that we also support to rise up and start recording and start influencing the youth.
Yeah, that's so true.
Essentially.
Yeah. You know what it is? Is bitches are afraid to go, this might get a little political, but bitches are afraid to go way left, like bitches have gone way right. People think that the only way...
You don't even have to go way left.
No, you do, though. Because people think that the way to combat the far left is to come to the middle. And bitch, that's not working, clearly. Kamala can't do it. Fucking Joe Biden didn't do it. Like, the only way to combat that shit is go fucking that way. You know why? Because if it had been fucking Trump and Bernie, who is that far left, running in 2016, Bernie would have had it in a bag. The only reason Trump got it is because he was fucking willing enough to go that far right, you know? So
but I'm wondering, well, yeah, I don't really want to say too much. Want to keep it light. But, like, I'm wondering, like, how left... Huh?
It's the first episode. Let me chill.
Yeah. Regardless, but we talked about it, so run it. Basically, if you didn't know our views, those are our views. Because I was like, what is so far left? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how far left is left? Because I'm like, am I far left? I don't know. Anyways, if you didn't know the references, didn't catch any of the references of, like, this podcast, it's named the Call Me When You Get This podcast.
After Tyler.
And yep, that was our first time seeing Tyler was during his Call Me When You Get This tour. Mm-hmm. We saw it in Vancouver. Literally love that man down.
Great Ash.
Love him down. Yeah. Just came out with Cornucopia, which is nice because I've listened to it a few times now. You listened to it a few times now. We can kind of talk a little bit about like what we think it is, what's up with it. Mm-hmm. He just had the Camp Flogna, which Fire might have to run that next year, I fear.
We gotta go.
That was literally, I wish I was there for this one. But it was very good nonetheless to watch. I'm excited for this era. I think it's a really cool era. But
you know, I'm glad you said that because I've listened to the album more and it's grown on me for sure. But like I feel like in terms of era and the aura of the era, if you will.
Mm-hmm, the era, the aura, and the aura in there.
It just, I feel like I'm missing something. Like it
from him?
In terms of like visuals and aesthetics. Like I feel like Call Me When You Get Lost like has such a like a vibe and like
prominent
aesthetic, yeah, like and like fashion. Even Igor had that. Flower Boy not so much, but more sonically. But anyways, but I feel like I'm missing that like the shit that goes around the music, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like the props, like the setting. I don't know if that makes any sense. But
yeah. Well, I think like too, like it's still a little fresh. Yeah. I also feel like maybe that's kind of what he's going for as well.
Maybe.
Kind of just like listen to the music, hear what I'm saying, like a little bit more on that later, a little bit more on that, a little bit more. But yeah, but we based this podcast, like we really fuck with him both. He's my top artist, so for surely.
Top five.
Yeah. Oh, top five? Okay. Yeah. And so that was like one thing that like resonated between us two. And then I was just kind of like looking for names, using AI as fuck. Just kind of being like, oh, name based off this, name based off this. And then I was like, oh shit, like Call Me When You Get This podcast like sounds good as fuck, because it's like we listen to podcasts.
We'll be right back.
Well, I just thought the name was really cool, Call Me When You Get This podcast, because oh yeah, we both listen to podcasts.
And I think I like the name because it's like it really gets into like the community aspect of what I want, the vision, or what my vision of the podcast is like really communicating with y'all, and like, you know, we want y'all to relate to our experiences and like share your experiences as well. Like for me, I know when I listen to podcasts, like I'm like, damn, like they're fucking this conversation up. Like I wish I was like part of this conversation. Mm-hmm, so like Call Me When You Get This is like, okay, now like what do you have to say? Like I want to hear like what everybody else's opinions are, and like, you know, and then like next episode we can like kind of go off that and like hear other people's opinions and stuff. So that's ultimately like what I want to do with this. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that at all.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I think it's a really cool name. Speaking on Tyler, I also just think Tyler's like a really cool person and like an inspirational person. The way that he hustles, the way he grinds, kind of like in the back of our mind, back in my mind, thinking about like the pod. Mm-hmm. And
one thing I really like about Tyler is like, ooh, it gets me. It like gets my Scorpio fucking blood running, because it's like he will watch people like underestimate him or like think that like, I don't know, like he's not as talented as he is, and then he'll like put in the work and like come out with something, you know, fucking magnificent. And I'm like, wow, that's like so fucking cool, like very inspirational. So
yeah,
with that about him.
Oh, I also think like we also have similar vibes to Tyler, and the way that he is like, don't give a fuck, like I'm gonna run what I want to run, and I'm gonna do what I want to do. And we're also very much those types of people. Because
I never cared.
Never. So Chromacopia came out a few weeks ago. It's been months. I've been listening to it every day. So what are kind of your thoughts now that you've seen it more, like, or listened to it more? What are your top 3 favorite songs?
Okay, I gotta go with names.
I say that not my top 3, but I feel like these songs are very much in people's tops, like or these are like radio-esque type songs, in the sense of that they're going to be those more popular songs that people listen to, is Darling I and Sticky for sure. But my top 3 songs, while he's looking for that, my top 3 songs are I Killed You, Take Your Mask Off, and Ratata.
Ratata is really good.
Ratata.
Yeah, I like Saint Chroma.
Yeah, I love like Chroma. Yeah. It's very powerful, very honestly.
And run that in a fucking stadium, kill me, bro. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Saint Chroma, I like Tomorrow. And I'll go Hey Jane, or no. Which one is the Hey Jane is the one about him like
abortion,
with the abortion, like Hey Jane as well. I it's good, but I think you like it too much. Like I don't know why you like it so much. I just don't get it.
I think it's just there's a lot of powerful songs on there, and there's a lot of like Take Your Mask Off. Okay, so I watched him perform. He did Take Your Mask Off, and so he talks like basically it's just about like, you know, he talks about like this priest or like this preacher or whatever it is that like has this family, hates gay people, but little do you know he's actually gay, and like, you know, take your mask off, like, be who you are, like, don't be afraid. And then there's, like, he's talking about, like, this lady that, like, she has a bunch of kids, but, like, she actually didn't really want this life, or this isn't the life she planned it to be, but, like, you can't just give that up now, because now you have this family or whatever. And then the last verse is him talking to himself. And when he performed it, it was so strong, because at the end, like, in the end of the song, he says the N-word, like, he said something like, find yourself, or, like, whatever. He's, like, talking, like, take your mask off, N-word. And then when he performed it, he said, take your mask off, Tyler. And then I was like, yeah, because you're talking about yourself, because he was like, real. He's like, you're making these clothes, like, you're doing LaFleur, but nobody's buying it, like, you look stupid, really? Blah, 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 blah. Well, because then he says, like, your audience, like, they don't have that bag, like, they don't have the money to buy LaFleur. LaFleur is fucking expensive. No, it is, yeah. Like, if it was that lower, like his golf weighing stuff, of course that shit would be sold out. But I know what you mean, like, he's got that's just, like, quality luxury, like, stuff, but not a lot of people can buy it. And also, like, your fans are teenagers, people in their, like, 20s, like, working at coffee shops, working at, like, retail stores and stuff. Like, I don't have, like, $3K to drop on a jacket.
Or is $3K?
And more. Like, his luggages are, like, $6K, LV, right? Whatever. LV? No. This is his own. Like, LaFleur's his own.
Didn't he partner with somebody to start, though?
He did have an LV, like, launch line. But he has LaFleur, which is, like, his high brand stuff. But, yeah, like, it's true. Like, it's not selling out. Like, some of the stuff is sold out, right? But, like, it's not selling out. But anyways, like, I really like that song. Like, and I like, just the reason why I like the album so much is, like, there's a lot, like, he put a lot of his self into it. Like, it's an album, like, about himself. Like, Call Me When You Get This was more just, like, talking about, like, his lifestyle and whatever, you know? This is, like, him to the core. Yeah. Like, he made the mask he's wearing is a mask of his own face.
See, now you're breaking it down for me. That's what I needed to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, that adds layers to it for me.
You know, so I feel like this album is, like, very much like him. Wow. Like, the Hey Jane, like, people were talking about, like, I saw one take being like, he's, like, talking about, like, abortion, whatever, like, he's, like, a teenager, and he's not a teenager. But I'm like, how do you know that song isn't based off of that time in his life, and that happened to him when he was a teenager, when he was in his early 20s?
Was it about when he was a teenager?
Well, he did. I'm pretty sure it's a true story.
I assume it was just, like, recently he was talking about it.
Well, I don't know, but I'm saying, like,
I assumed it was about the same girl from Call Me When You Get This.
Oh, yeah. No, because that was Rain, and Rain is not doing all that. And Judge Judy, people were saying it's about her. She's like, no, it's not. Okay. Like, leave me the fuck out of this.
She's like, leave me alone.
But, yeah, I don't know. Like, and then I was like, is that really, like, a teenager thing? Like, because people in their 20s and their 30s and their 40s, like, not everybody's going to want to have kids, and there's going to be accidents and whatever. Like, that's not really, like, a...
When I listen to it, it doesn't seem like a teenager
I know.
thing,
like, so that's why I said it was, like, a take.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's, like, a very to him core, like him.
I love that. And I feel like, you know, since Flower Boy, you know, now that you say that, I feel like Chromacopia since Flower Boy is, like, a culmination of, like, everything so far since Flower Boy. Like, I think Flower Boy was his first real, like, his first foray into, like, taking that mask off kind of thing. And I think it's just, like, in terms of, like, eras, like, I feel like it's a nice cap. Like, it's a nice, you know, story almost. But I think, I don't know, to be so real with you, I didn't really like Take Your Mask Off at the beginning. Because I'm like, hearing you break it down makes me appreciate it more, especially, like, it being about him at the end. But, like, I feel like in 2024, like, do we really need another song about taking your mask off and accepting yourself for being gay? That was my initial thought.
Oh.
That was my initial thought. Because I'm like, we get it, bro. Like, niggas are gay. Like, okay. Sorry. N-words are gay.
I mean, like, N-word.
N-words are gay. But I just feel like...
I feel like it's very fitting, though.
Is it?
It's very fitting to this time, what we're going through right now. People in the States, specifically, what they're going through. People, like, it's still very much a fight. Everything is still very much a fight. Like, we've grown way... Like, I would not want to live in any other era, any other time frame than right now. Like, sure. Because based off, like, I don't know what the future is, but in this very moment, like, this is where I would want to be. but it's still very much a fight, you know. And there's so many people that are still going through that still don't like.
You're right.
Like, you know.
I'm like expecting people to meet me where I am, but I guess, you know, that song is, you know, maybe not for me then. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe different parts of it are for me. I can relate to it in a different way, like with how you just broke it down. But like, you know, so, like maybe like a kid, like a teenager hearing that song, they might get a lot out of that. So yeah, I see that.
Yeah. I also like Thought I Was Dead. Thought I was dead. I don't want to be down. And he runs it like a cappella style, and I hope he does it at the tour too. Actually, yeah, runs it a cappella. 5 a.m, I'll be hating on shit. Like, so good. Like, you're gonna hear what I'm saying, and I feel like a lot of people don't like listen to lyrics. They don't like break down lyrics, and they don't like. They're just like, I wasn't really fucking with that. But you're not hearing.
Yeah, you're hearing, but you're not hearing.
Yeah. But what was your? Oh yeah, you did your top 3.
Yeah, I did my top 3.
Sticky, love Sticky.
It's getting sticky. It's so funny to me that it's a song with him, Glow, and fucking
Sexy Red and Lil Wayne. Yeah, Lil Wayne had like a snippet.
Song, right? Glow's on that song, right?
Yeah, she's the first.
So yeah, it's just so comedic to me.
But it was just like, it literally like gives, the song is like, you know, when you're like, you remember that girl, like when you used to do like ciphers, like the what was the one where it was like, it was they're like oh fuck, I don't remember. But anyways, it's just like it's like you're all around the circle, like, oh, let's make a beat with pencils and shit, and start like running a little freestyle. And then on top of that too, the band, like the marching band, like type trumpets and everything like that is very like black. But yeah, so we're going to Portland to see Tyler. We got really good seats. They look really Tina. Like I'm gonna be like, hi Tyler, yeah. Looking you in the eye.
Like,
look at me. It's me and you. So I'm excited to see like what's the vibes of the peoples. I know the man will be Teeny Turner.
I'm excited to see like the set, because Call Me When You Get This had crazy visuals.
It had crazy visuals, but the like set was pretty manual. Like in the tour, he had the house.
He had the house.
And he had like, well, he had graphed like
I like the
projection stuffs, the boat, and then like that little thing.
I like the boat.
So.
And like in different shows, I think his boat was like in the air too, right?
Whoa, I don't think so.
I'm tripping.
I think it was just going through it was going through this crowd. See.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so that's so I was thinking like with Cornucopia, with you saying like, you know, it's very like not many visuals. Him just literally on the. What is that thing called? Yeah, like on that. I was thinking like he might just run it like that the whole tour too.
Maybe. And
just be like, this is me performing, which he kind of was also just running it. Like he doesn't have any dancers, he doesn't have any back. It's literally just him on the stage. And that's more than enough.
Yeah, literally.
But I'm super excited to see what Portland, like how Portland is running it. Like, do they really fuck with it like that? Are they going to be knowing the lyrics? That's always like my thing, like being here and going to concerts. I'm just like, y'all don't know the lyrics. Which we did go to Bryson Tiller. Oh my God, let's talk about like fucking concert culture like nowadays. Yeah. Like the way these chillin' are like, are we at the concert or are we taking selfies? Like, you know.
Yo, that's the dumbest
shit. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like not
to hate on the kids, sorry.
Not to hate on the kids. Like when I was like that, and I was saying this to Marvin, like when we were there, I was like, this is literally like their club. Like this is their version of like going to the club, because they're not 18 yet. They're not old enough to go out and listen to music and whatever. Yeah. But yeah, like they around us were just like consistently taking selfies, which I don't mind. Like, you know, take you few, like, yeah, run that, like, you all look good.
Yeah, but why are you taking a fucking minute-long video with your flash on? Like,
take with the flash on,
I'm
literally.
Enjoy the show. I fucking, this shit is annoying me.
Besides Marvin, like, there was this couple, and the girl, the boyfriend. So the girl is recording Bryson on the stage, and then has her boyfriend recording her with the flash on, like lip syncing the lyrics, like multiple times, and for like a long time. And I was just like, yo, like,
get it together.
Because I'm like, okay, when I was younger, yes, I would take a lot of like snaps, but I'm taking like little snippets. Like, okay, this is my favorite song, blah blah. I really fuck with this song.
And I'm not
take
putting
that
the fucking flash on.
Yeah,
like it's other people around you trying to enjoy the show. Like, let's consider it, like for real.
Yeah, and then like as I like have gotten older, like I haven't gone to too many concerts like since after COVID. I feel like that's me getting older. But like we went to the Tyler concert. I barely recorded because I'm like, I want to be literally like, I'm here right now. I would love to like look back at some videos. So I took like a few. I don't even take that many. But like I took more so when he was like talking, because I'm like, yeah, like this is like unique to every tour, every spot that he's hitting, that he's gonna probably talk a little bit more uniquely. And you know, Tyler, like he'll have some funny shit like that, like I don't know, he's fucking around with the audience and whatever. But for the most part, I'm like, I want to be here and now, like with you, like with this memory in my brain, than looking at it through a camera, because I can literally, they freaking live stream performances now, and I can just like go and live stream and like watch it again. So yeah, the culture has gotten a little bit wonky.
And then they were fucking like trying to fuck with me, like I think
oh my god, that was like what the fuck. You want to talk about that? What happened?
Yeah, I was just fucking sitting there and I feel like somebody tapped me on the
we weren't sitting, we were like, Bryson was on stage.
Yeah, Bryson was on stage.
Yeah.
And so like these fucking kids tapped me on like my fucking shoulder, and I like go back and I'm like looking, and you know how like they do, like just pretending like nothing happened, like, you know. I was like, are we in the 7th grade? Like dead ass, like I was like, I'm too fucking old for this shit. So I'm like looking at them, staring at them, like who's gonna, you know,
for why? Literally like, for why? And then they did it to me. And at first, because I thought it was like the girl beside, like trying to like go to the bathroom or something. Yeah. And then I was like, really? Yeah. I was like, you dead ass? Yeah. Like, are y'all fucking 5 or are you 18? No, like, why? The girls beside them
looked embarrassed though, because it was the guys. But when I look back, the girls like looked mad embarrassed.
Yeah, I'm like, that is just like what's funny? Are you focused on the music, or are you focused on the people around you? Like,
I just like, for what?
Seriously, like that was just the more so annoying part. Like, funny? For why?
That's funny.
Literally, like that's so not funny. Like literally, like okay. Like that's literally some shit that you would do in like middle school.
Not even high school. Like
yes, like middle school. Like you were not.
Yeah, a little
in
bit
high school.
Developmentally.
But literally, gag. I was like, what? Like deadass just got the little fake out for real. Like
okay, all right, you got that one.
I'm like, oh, ha, ha.
You
like,
got it, Chief.
What is funny about... Yeah, that was so funny. Because after, I didn't know what happened to Marvin. And then I was like, yo, these bitches, like, tapped me on my shoulder. And he was like, yeah, they did this to me. I was like, what the fuck?
Literally, what the fuck?
Like, and you're... Don't be doing that to people of color, and you're not a person of color. First
yeah, because you look insane, yeah.
First off, because what are you trying to do there? What's funny?
Yeah.
But, yeah... So, like, I don't know, y'all, like, if you're younger, if you're, like, living that era, I feel like the era is also, like, you know, we need to be showing this on social media. I need to be showing that I'm here. I need to be showing that I'm this, and blah, 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 which is cool and all. But, like, sometimes, like, take a minute. And also, like, you ain't got to record every single second. Like, really? I don't know.
No, it's real. Like, yeah, like, you're fucking in the moment, so just, like... Just take some time to actually be there, you know? Get your little memories, get your little videos, get your little stories, whatever. But, like, at the end of the day, like, do you want to watch it through the fucking camera, or do you want to...
Exactly. Do you want to watch it right now?
Yeah. Like, do you want to be for the experience you paid for, or do you want to have it on a fucking reel? Like,
yeah. You know? Because I know for facts, like, so a lot of those videos that I took of, like, concerts, I'm not watching that shit back.
Like, it'll pop up on my fucking
like, oh, sick.
memories and...
That ass,
yeah. Yeah. Like,
it's just like, yep, I was there. Like, I don't know, but whatever. They move, we move. Just know, like, yeah, I'm more into like living in the moment nowadays. Like,
we're so fucking old.
I just want to like these kids and their social media.
These kids are on their phones, on their damn phones.
Yeah.
In their silly games.
That was thinking that. I was like, when I'm like, I hope I never get to the point where I'm asking what the fuck do I do on this thing. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we won't get to that point because we like grew up with everything, so we're knowing. Yeah. But that photo app on the iPhone update has got some of y'all. Because some of y'all, I know, I was like, okay, I could do this. Because name drop. Our friend was like, I can't do this stuff. Like, people are saying like they don't know what to do, and then I was like, oh my god, like, don't fucking scare me like that. So then I go, and then I'm like, oh yeah, no, okay, no, I got it. Yeah. I'm like, slow down, settle, take a minute, and then proceed.
I don't like when people like knee-jerk reaction is to be like, I don't like it, change it back. I'm like, did you like try it for 2 seconds?
No.
It's actually nicer. They upgraded it for a reason.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's like whatever, Yeah. That's kind of another thing I was like, we were talking about, we went and got ramen before this, was just that like people being like, with Kendrick releasing his new album and Tyler releasing another album, people just being like, I miss the old Tyler and I miss the old Kendrick. And it's just like, I get it, but at the same time, like, if artists didn't grow and decide to put out new shit and be like, I don't really know how this is gonna go, but like, I kind of fuck with it, like, it's something different, I'm gonna put it out, we wouldn't have new music. We wouldn't have music. We would literally, do you want to be listening to the same thing forever and ever and ever? Like, that's how new music, like, that's how new artists come out. That's how new music comes out, like, through evolution, Right. And then you were saying, if
you really fuck with the artist, like, let them make new shit, let them evolve and change, like, and like, like I was saying, like, if you like their old shit, go back and listen to it. It's still there for
reminisce.
You to go fucking, exactly, like, like, what the fuck would Tyler or fucking Kendrick look like making the same type of music that they were making in fucking 2014?
Especially Tyler.
Like, imagine Tyler making fucking Yonkers, like,
you want him to eat a roach again?
Like, we wouldn't be taking him serious. Like, it looks so fucking silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, just be open-minded.
Be open-minded.
Yeah.
Listen a few times. Like, I know, like, when new shit comes out, sometimes, like, the first listen, I'm like, I ain't really rocking with that. And then it's okay, let me listen to it a few more times. Like, oh, fuck. Like, I'm rocking with that.
Don't let your first knee-jerk reaction. And also on that, like, especially with albums and shit, like, one, don't let your knee-jerk reaction be, like, your impression of the album. And then two, don't listen to other people's opinions of the album before you actually check it out yourself, because I feel like that can color your entire like experience with it.
Yeah,
right?
And that's for anything. That's literally for anything. Like, don't let other people. I mean, me and you are like, we're those types of people where like, I'm gonna do something because I want to do it, because I like it, because I'm fucking with it. Regardless on if who, him, hey, them. Right. I'm that bitch. I'm rocking with it. Yeah. So like, don't let other people, like, that's just a general thing. Like, why are you letting other people decide what they think your opinion should be on something, and you haven't even like decided? That's
another thing. That's so real. I feel like, especially if you're a teenager, like, and being on social media, I feel like social media can like a lot of time try to teach you or tell you like what your opinion on certain topics should be. And I feel like looking back on it, like, I really had that like with Twitter. Like, I would like just pick the opinion like that Twitter had, or like I would just have the same opinion. But I'm like, nah, just like, be yourself. Like, really take the time to figure out like what you like and like what your impressions of things are, and just be honest and be authentic and all that good stuff.
Yeah. You can like definitely like appreciate things or like get inspiration from things and whatever, but like run your own thing.
Right.
And like, this literally takes me like every time, like, it's so funny because my mom, like, I'll put something on and I'll wear something and she'll be like, I don't know. And I'm like, I'm rocking with it.
Yeah.
But then every time she's like, yeah, you always dress really good. You always like, and I'm like, yeah, you've never seen me like, why am I like, It looks good. I don't know, like, and I don't care if you don't like it. I'm like, we have different styles. People like, dude, like, of course you're gonna have different opinions. Like, everybody looks different. Everybody grew up different. Everybody like sounds different. Like, there's just so many things. So, yeah, if you're rocking with that, if you want to know more about that, watch this podcast because we will take you down the path of like, bitch, we're standing on business. Big business. So, yeah, like, we're strong here. You know, we might get a little.
You won't see that. We won't show you that part though.
that's for the Patreon. That's for the Patreon. But yeah, I think more people need to be, well, it's hard to say, but like be stronger, and like be more confident of yourself, and be more like sure of yourself, because that's who you got.
Don't fucking fold, right? And yeah, I don't know. Just.
And if you fold, like, that's okay too. Like, sometimes you could fold, you know, you're human. But not over here. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Not in this corner.
Not in this.
Just fucking be authentic and learn from us. That's what we're doing. If you fuck with the podcast, stick around. If you don't,
stick around.
See ya.
Stick around. Keep hating.
Keep hating.
Literally get some views up. Bro, literally cut it, guys. We literally gotta go. Well, all right, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
So fun. See you next time.
Yes.